Hi everyone. This week I will discuss little about value in painting. This is part of my Photoshop CS environmental painting course. You can find details in the description and at the end of the video. Value is relative lightness or darkness of a color. Value of a color on an object helps us to understand its form. It also helps create a spatial illusion, which means when we need to create an illusion of different angle, dimension, depth, etc. on a 2D plane, such as paper or computer screen, while making different object or environment, value helps a lot. Contrast of value of an object separates it from space. That is, the color variation can separate one object from another and the environment surrounding it. Gradation of value can be used to show mass. It also can define contour or boundary of a contiguous surface. So you see, it helps a lot while we paint. In this tutorial, I will give you example of value like this. I used different shades of grey to create a 3D metal ball to show its mass and how gradually it gives illusion of 3D figure from a 2D figure. Now at first I am going to show different stages or layers of the process and explain it. Then I will show how to create it in Photoshop. So let's start. This is a grey canvas on which we will work. Now I made a grey circle on it. It is a 2D circle and looks like one too. Now I have decided the light source will be from top left side. Light source is important and need to be determined at the beginning, as we will carry on with shades accordingly. So here, since I have decided the light source will be from top left side, the shadow will be just on the opposite side. Now, since this is going to be a sphere, when a light ray falls on one side of the sphere, entire sphere does not light up simultaneously. Some part stays more under light, some part stays darker, like day and night on different sides of earth. So, I add little darker shade on the bottom right side of the circle. This is the basic shade to start with. It already gives an illusion of bulge. Now I have added another layer of darker shade on the edge of the bottom right side. As we know, on a sphere, the side that is further away from the light becomes darker. I added even darker shade on the farthest edge to make the edge more prominent and separate clearly from background. Now going to work on the lighter side. I added a lighter shade than the basic circle shade on top left side. To enhance the look, I added even lighter shade in smaller area on the same place. It is already taking shape and giving a look of bulgy figure or a sphere. Now all I need to do is to add more shine to give it a metal look. I am giving metal look as on metal we can see highest variation of light and shade. Added a very light grey shade in the area covering a smaller region. Instead of adding it on the edge, I added it on an angle. It will give us a better perspective. Also, it will look better and more natural. Now, to understand clearly, I added a light source, just to make it clear where or on which angle the light is coming from. Now it looks like the sphere is floating in space. Just added a shadow on the similar angular point right opposite of the light source to show the sphere on a floor. Just by adding a shadow, now it looks like the sphere is on a solid plane. Here I showed how gradually a simple 2D circle becomes a 3D sphere. In reality, it is not a 3D sphere as we can see it on a 2D plane, that is on your computer screen. So the object still is 2D but gives us a perception of 3D, which means we are able to create dimensional illusion through value. Now let's see how I made it. I have taken a plain landscape canvas in Photoshop. Now make a new layer on top of the background layer. Take a light grey color, BF color notation, and fill the layer with paint bucket tool. Now make another layer on top of it. take a little darker color. 878787 color notation. Select elliptical marquee tool and drag in the middle of the canvas while pressing Shift key from your keyboard. It will give a circular selection. Now fill this selected area with the chosen color using Paint Bucket tool. Make a new layer. Take brush tool. From top brush preset picker, choose a soft brush with 0% hardness. Increase the size according to the size of the sphere. It should be 1/4 of the sphere size and gradually decreasing as more shading adds up. Now take a little darker shade, 6F, 6F, 6F color notation, and brush exactly like this on the right and right bottom side. Shade little more than half the area like this. As I mentioned, I have decided the light source coming from top left. So this will be the darker side. Make a new layer on top of it. Now taking even darker shade, 5757 color notation. It will enhance the look of the sphere in making. Now brush on the same side but little lesser area and more towards the edge. My aim is to create a gradual layer of shades from light to dark. We can already see how the shape is being created and how without making any prior light source it is clear to us which way the light source is just by looking at the object. Make another layer on top of this layer. Take even darker color to make the shadow side more prominent and edgy. I took 3A3939 color notation. To make the shade uniform, you can choose 393939 and brush gently on the edge of the shadowy side. These colors are just to show you how value works. You can use any different colors or color shades for your work. I used grey as it's a neutral color. Now the sphere has already started taking shape. It gives that bulgy look. Now we are going to work on the light side. Make another layer on top of it. Take the base grey color, that is 878787, and change the color shades towards lighter side for different shades. Now I took a lighter shade, A1, A0, A0. Again I took an arbitrary shading color. To make the color uniform, you can choose A0, A0, A0 and brush gently on the light side. Take an even lighter color. I took BFBE. Make a new layer and tap few times on top of the light shade. Now make a new layer. Take a very light color. I took E3, E3, E3 and tap once or twice on top of light colors. Make sure the area of the lighter color should be lesser than the area of the previous little darker color. Now take a very pale grey color, almost white, FC, F7, F7. Decrease the brush size a little and tap once on the light side. Now go to select and click on deselect option to deselect the selection. Now I press shift from keyboard and select all the layers of the sphere and drag them down to the group icon. This way all the layers go under a group folder. Now make a layer right above the grey background layer. Select elliptical marquee tool and drag an oval shape like this. Select Paint Bucket tool, change foreground color to black or any shades of very dark grey and fill the area. Deselect the area, take Move tool and adjust the position so that the black part falls under the sphere smoothly. Now, since the light source is coming from an angle, the sphere's shadow will not fall in 90-degree angle. So, we distort the ellipse figure accordingly. Go to Edit, Transform and then Distort. And change the angle of the shadow upwards like this. Though here it seems I am changing angle upwards, but it will give an illusion of 3D plane. That is, not only the space where the sphere is has height and width, but it also has a depth which is going inside the canvas. Once you are satisfied with the shadow position, go to Filter, Blur and Gaussian Blur. Since shadow cannot be solid like this, I blur it a little. Keep blur radius to 6 pixels. Decrease opacity to 86%. If you choose any shade of grey, you may not need to decrease opacity much. Now make a layer on top of all the layers. Take a soft brush and white color and paint little light stroke just to show where the light is coming from. This is not necessary part, but just to let your eyes guide to see how the light is working on the sphere. Important art knowledges like this along with a full demonstration painting is part of my course. If you like to know more, please check out my course intro video. Please subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section with me. Don't forget to check out my other tutorial videos as well. Enjoy learning.